Simply what we are doing now, whenever whenever we are running our application, and whenever we are putting that, then what's happening now, the data is storing in the database as a like a readable format, right? But that is the not good approach, right? That is a not good approach. So how we can store it, we need to convert the data, that password in the unreadable format, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, have to encode it.
Yeah, Spring Boot. Yeah, this one only, right? Yeah, see this password is a password there in the readable format, right? But what we need to do, we need to convert this password in unreadable format, right? Yeah.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So Pushpendra came, right? Are you there, Pushpendra?
Yes, Ravi, good afternoon.
Okay. Pankaj. Today you joined with the Pankaj name, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. So now what we will do it now, today we are going to implement, but that process is too long process, guys. Okay, too long, and we need what is that, put more brain to understand these things, guys. Okay, so now everyone is ready for this process now, guys. Stage 2
Yes, Ravi.
to implement
Yes.
Yes.
stage
Yes,
2
Ravi.
now. Yeah, friends. Okay, so now so what is that next step is, what our next stage is, what stage stage 2, right? Stage 2 in this stage, what we
Yes.
are going to user login process,
Login
right? Login, and what is that, login and a
password
password.
encoding.
Yeah, encoder. We are going to do what is that, password encoding, right? So what is the
Yes,
password encoding now? What is the password encoding now? We seen that, right? In the JDBC also we seen that, what is that, JDBC authentication also now, means what,
Yes,
password must, what
password
is that,
encoding.
converting
password must,
user readable data to unreadable format.
yeah, password must converted, password must converted into unreadable format, right? format format, right? Unreadable format. So first what we are going to do now, let's understand what is that whole image diagram, right? Whole image diagram, how we will implement what is that user login, and what is that password encoding functionality, right? How we can implement this functionality, right? So now just what we are doing now, after registering that, yesterday what we are doing now, registration process we did, right? Come on, yesterday we done registration process now. Based on this form, what we
Yes,
are
sir.
doing now,
Yes.
we are the store,
Yes.
we are storing information about what, we are storing information about what, this this
User.
form information is nothing but user information in the database, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yeah, so today
Yes.
today what we are going to do now, today we will use what is that, today we will implement what, security on this using this, what is that, registration process, right? Admin and a manager and a email id, right? Email id. So how email id, right? How email id will work, right? We will take what is that, email id as well as what, password, right? And we will validate that this user is valid or not. If the valid, then we will give the access permission of what, our application, right? So everyone is ready to see these things in our
Yes,
application,
Ravi.
friends?
Yes, Daddy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So today what we are going to do now, just assume that, right, end user having what is that, this login form, right? Login form, this login form name I'm giving what, login, user login, right? User login dot html, right? User login dot html. So in that we need, whenever we need to log in our application, whenever we need to log in our application, what is that we need, what is that username, right? Username. After then what is that password? We need what is that username and a what password, and here what is that login button will be there, right? Login button will be there. Okay, good. This is the username and this is the password, and this is the login button, right? Login button. Okay, good. So after then what, here database is there, right? Already in the database, what is that data is there, right? In the database, what is that already two tables is created yesterday na? Come on,
Yes.
same table, right? Same database, right? Same database, because we are going to perform the operation on those table only, right? We are going to perform the operation on these table only, right? How many tables are there now? How many? Just let's
Two
copy
tables.
this one.
2 tables.
We have what is that two tables, right? Two tables we have what, two tables. What we will do it now, what we will do it now, how we can able to perform what is that logging activity, how we can perform the logging activity, like, right, means nothing but what, how we can perform what is that security concept, right? So if we want to perform what is that security concept, then what we need, what, one more person, right? One more person. That person name is what? User detail service, right? That person name is what? User detail service, right? So who is given this user detail service now? In between, right? In between, if we want to perform what is that logging activity, right? So we need what is that user detail service object. We need what? User detail service object. Where this object is there now? This object is given by what is that? Spring framework. Org spring framework security. Security, right? Spring framework security is given. What is that? What is the interface? That is the interface. What is that? User details service. User detail service, this is the interface, right? This is what? Interface. Okay, so in this interface one method is there. 1 minute, I'll show that one also, right? Yesterday we started na. So this one, what is that? Memory authentication, right? No, this application is not this one. Where that one? Yeah, this application, right? So what I'm going to do now, yesterday we commented, right? Yesterday what we did, we commented what, in the pom.xml, what we commented now? The security dependency, right? Where it is? This one, right? Come on. Now I'm enabling now, because we are going today we are going to implement security concept in this application now. So now,
Yes.
yeah. So after then what we will do it now? Control shift T, right? Just control shift T, user detail service, right? Who is the given? See this is the interface now. Come on, I'm opening this interface. In that yeah, in that interface, what is that? One abstract method is there. What is the abstract method? Load user by username. 1 minute, it's taking time. See this is the interface, right? In that, what is the abstract method now, friends? What is the abstract method now?
Load user by user.
Yeah, load user by username, right? So what we will do it now, whenever we will click on the login button, right? This method will call in the user registry. What is that? Whenever we will click on the user button, right? So control will come to what is that? User detail service interface. In that, what is that? Load user detail will come, right? Load user detail method will call. Okay, fine. After calling this method, right? After calling this method, what will happen now? But if we want to, based on that, what is that? Username and password only we need to authenticate. We can able to log in our application now, friends. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So but the thing is, what is that, this method need, what is that, user details, right? User details is nothing but what is that, based on that username and a password we need to find the user details. But what, how we can, but this is the, what is that, SQL language, right? The data will be there in the SQL language, but first we need to convert this data in the object format or not, friends? Come on, first we need to convert,
Yes.
Yes.
right? Then we can give the input about, right, what is that, this username and password to this method. Now come on,
Yes, Ravi.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then what we will do it now, whenever we will click on this one, right, then this method will call in this object, what is that, this method will call, and from here, right, what here, this method only will fetch the data, and after then what we will do it now, we will convert this data into in our model class object, right? Our model class object is nothing but what we developed yesterday. Now friends, what is the model name? User, right? Come on. Hmm? Yesterday only we
The entity class user done. User
yeah,
entity.
user, right? User class, that is not, that is nothing but what is that, model or entity class, right? So what
Yes.
we will do it now, after then it will convert, right? It will convert data, right? It will convert this data, this table data into, what is that, our user object, right? What it will be now, what it will be now, id equal to dot dot dot, just I'm writing, right? After then what is that, name equal to dot dot dot. After then what is a pwd. After then what,
You
roles, right?
know. Yes, sir.
Roles, because this data also will load now. Come on, this data also will load or not, friends? Hmm?
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
Yeah. So but the thing is, okay, so but here what is that, this user details service, right? User details, after converting this data, right, this method need, what is that, hey, I don't know your user, because I don't know your user, I want, what is that, to convert this user object into my user object, right? uh, uh, Convert this user object in a what, our own user object. Then I can understand this, what is that, whatever necessary things is there, whatever necessary things is there, otherwise I don't know this object, right? So this object will be there, what is that, com dot rk dot what, rk dot model dot user, right? User.
Yes.
So we need to convert this user object, right? We need to convert this user object in our what, spring user also, sorry, spring, in the spring framework one user object is there, right? In spring framework also, what is that, one user object is there. 1 minute, I'll show that. Control shift t, user, right? User, spring security, no, I don't want that one. That is the class, right? 1 minute. Yeah. See this one, user security property. Yeah, user details, right? Open this class now. See this, what is that, user details? No, 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 that is not user details is there, and a user. No, this one is not multiple. 1 minute. Control shift t.
You can get.
Sorry, 1 minute. Where the class name? This is the package util spring security. No, 1 minute. I'll show that class also, implementation class, right? So this is the control shift t, user details service. I'm opening the user details service. Here, this method is there, right? It's implementation class. I'm opening the implementation class now. See in memory user details